Welcome back, guys. So today I'm going to talk about a Star Wars book that I actually finished like a month ago, and I just haven't had the chance to review it, and I kept forgetting that I had finished it and wanted to review it. But I recently read Lords of the Sith, which is the second Star Wars book I've read in the new canon. I haven't read any books before that. But the first one was Bloodline about Princess Leia, which was a really great book, and this one, honestly, I think is even better because going into Lords of the Sith, the premise really intrigued me because it was, even though it's not the book is not completely about this, but I love the fact that this is really a lot about Vader and the Emperor and their relationship with each other. But the other half of the story is about Cham Syndulla and these other characters named like Ishval, Pak, Belkor. They're all these characters who are on Ryloth who trap Vader and the Emperor there. And Vader and the Emperor have to try to find a way out while these rebels try to murder them. And I really love that premise. Before I even read it, I love that premise. I love the idea of Vader and the Emperor being stranded. I love the fact that you get more, like you would know more about their relationship. And the thing that this book does very well is that Vader and the Emperor, yeah, they do focus in on their relationship, but they still make it sort of a mystery. But I love the fact that they humanize Vader because he's Anakin Skywalker. They humanize him with moments of, like, for example, where he sees something and he will remember a moment with, say, Ahsoka or Padme, like things like that. And I really love those moments, and I really love that in his mind he says stuff like, I've got to drown it out. I've got to keep that drowned out, or the Emperor will take those thoughts and use them against me, because the Emperor can read Vader's thoughts. And I think that that is a really cool new way of showing the relationship between Vader and the Emperor, because the Vader is really just screwed. Like, he cannot get out of this even if he wanted to in this time period, and I love that. And so I really love those two characters and how they're more elaborated on from what we know about Vader and the Emperor. So I love that. And then I love that this is also about Cham Syndulla, Hera Syndulla from Star Wars Rebels, her father, about him and this group of rebels who are trying to kill Vader and the Emperor. But these characters in this book are really, really interesting, and they all have their struggles. And I like how this writer, whoever wrote this book, he did a fantastic job. Paul S. Kemp, he did a fantastic job at humanizing all these characters and giving them all distinctions in terms of how they're written. Like, they don't feel like the same character. Like, because there's some books that I've read where they fall into that category, or it feels like, oh, this is the same as the other character. I felt like this one, all these characters, you could tell the distinct difference between them all based on little things that he does when he writes these characters. And I really enjoyed how these characters are written. I think they're all very interesting, and I love how these characters in this world of war are just trying to figure out, like, how they're trying to kill Vader and the Emperor, how they're trying to find a way to strategically do this without the ultimate thing of them might just be dying, because it's Vader and the Emperor. It's the two powerful Sith Lords that control the universe at the moment in this timeline, or in this moment in the Star Wars universe. So I really love that, and I loved all these new characters. And I'm going to keep that vague with the new characters because there's more to them, and I like that if you want to read this book, go into this book knowing nothing about them, because I didn't know anything about them, and I really love that. So I really love this book, and I think that this is a really fantastic second Star Wars book I've read. And the next Star Wars book I'm reading, but I don't know how long it'll take because I'm really slow at reading, but Ahsoka is the next one I'm reading, which I've read a couple chapters and really have liked it a lot so far. But as is, this was a really fantastic book, a really great look into Vader and the Emperor, a great look into these new characters we have not explored yet. Great action, and it really just did a great job of being a really thrilling story. So I really love this new book in the Star Wars new canon universe. So I really love this book. If you've read Lords of the Sith, tell me down below what you think of this book, and thank you guys so much for watching.